Hi everybody, Robert Dyer, and welcome to the Robert Dyer channel Christmas Countdown, where today I have another video game related product here. It's kind of appropriate to have video games since that's a major part of Christmas and the holidays is video and computer games you might get as gifts. And this is one of the biggest names in games, working with Pringles to create Pringles Minecraft Suspicious Stew. And I already like that from the name only, Suspicious Stew. You may have found the Suspicious Stew in the game, but now you're finally going to find out what it tasted like. This is a rare moment in video games. It's always interesting when there's a food product in a game, and just as they did with Halo a year ago, I guess, Pringles is now bringing a video game menu item into the real world. Okay, so let's take a closer look at the packaging here. Limited time only. And then you've got this more recent bald Pringles guy. They shaved his head. I don't get the skinhead idea, but he's got the gamer headphones on. He's streaming the microphone. Got the Pringles logo. Minecraft Suspicious Stew. And the suspicion is kind of heightened by that crease of the wraparound wrapper of the packaging there. You've got these questions about what is this stew, what's in it, who made it, and there's the bowl of the offending stew. And then over on the next vertical panel, so to speak, you've got the same thing pretty much, except you've got an image of the chip and a different design of the Suspicious Stew. Nutrition facts, I can tell you that if it's something you're concerned about, there is MSG in this chip. The sodium, it's slightly higher than many of the Pringles flavors at 200 milligrams for, the serving size is ridiculous. 14 chips, that's either, I guess, like for a raccoon or a very small child. And then you get your 100 milligrams of potassium for the day. And there's not really much else to recommend this health-wise. Now the bar has been set kind of high by Pringles on this because when I reviewed that Halo, whatever that burger thing was, they really did create an otherworldly flavor, and it was a good flavor, but it was like nothing you had ever tasted here on planet Earth. So I guess the bar isn't quite as high because this is supposed to be something ostensibly in the real world that there's something suspicious about, but you get this see about the aroma here. It's kind of a sort of a mixture of paprika and pizza. Maybe a little sort of a beefy aroma in the background. One thing about Pringles, you always know what you're getting. It's not going to be undersized or oversized or twisted or broken. Well, sometimes they're broken when somebody drops them between the factory and your grocery trip, but let's go ahead and see how it tastes. from that first chip, it seems like they've done it again. They've created a new flavor I've never tasted before, and that's something pretty exciting. As somebody who reviews a lot of different chips, there's so many of the same old flavors and variations on flavors. It takes something like this to break new ground, to really figure out, what am I tasting here? What are the ingredients? Well, it seems like the more chips you eat, there's a particular unique element of the flavor that starts to move to the front and become more dominant, and I can't tell you what it is. I taste things like almost like caraway seed and celery seed, some kind of a leaf like you might put into a stew. So I'm suspicious, as the name says. I'm wondering what is it, but whatever it is, it tastes good. Well, this has been another successful video game flavor for Pringles, in my opinion. It's interesting that both are cagey about what flavor they're supposed to be. They're both, it's not like there was a chicken sandwich in the game and they just made a chicken flavor. You've got that MOA burger, whatever that thing was called, and then Suspicious Stew. So a lot is left to the imagination, but I guess the main thing for the chip buyer is how does it taste, and it tastes great in my opinion. There's even a little bit of the needle on the Robert Dyer heat scale just started to twitch a little bit between 1 and 2. It never quite got up to 2, but it's just twitching. And also, when they do something like this, mix up a bunch of random spices to make an odd flavor, you never know, they might strike on something that has medicinal properties. So you might find out down the road that this is some sort of a cure or help to when you're sick or something. So I recommend eating lots of these Minecraft chips. The flavor kind of reminds me of like a stew you would be served in a small tavern when you're trying to fortify yourself for the last leg to Dracula's castle. So from that standpoint as well, I'm going to give this a very solid 5 stars out of 5. I would highly recommend this, particularly if you are an adventurous person in the world of flavor. So I hope you like this video. Share it with your friends. Please subscribe, and I'll see you next time on this Christmas countdown. Bye everybody.